Now, right at 2 o'clock, we're starting the live stream. Holy crap! I did it on perfect timing. Yeah.
Good job.
It's always like an hour late or like 2 hours late. It's never early, which is bull crap. But still,
it's better late than early.
Oh yeah. Okay, guys. So today we are taking a second attempt at trying to watch Dirty Harry.
I don't know if we can make it. It was so hard.
It was such a good movie, but we were so tired, and we're like, dude, he ran. Oh, dude, he shot someone. I'm tired.
No shit.
Oh my god. But
that's not a bad word.
I tried not to watch anything on it. I didn't, but I was like, it was really hard not to. And so I wanted to kind of forget about the movie so I could remember it. So yeah.
I forgot everything except for every scene.
Guess who's back?
Clint Eastwood?
No, the Roses Are Red guy, Kyle Sweeney.
Yes. Yeah, I love
that got dark last time, dude. You might want to tone it up.
Well, we're watching Dirty Harry, so it's okay. Any
make dirty jokes.
Any sort of exploitation-y 70s film, it's okay to make jokes like that.
Yeah, you racist cunt. What? Shots fired. No, my channel.
Racism is never okay, though.
No, it's not. There is never an okay time to be racist.
Clint Eastwood's hair in this movie, there's also never a good time for it.
But it's nothing short of amazing. I don't get it. How does that happen? His hair kind of reminds me of Ace Ventura for some reason.
Oh no! Now I can't get the image out of my head that Ace Ventura is actually Dirty Harry in disguise.
Go ahead, pet my dog.
Go ahead, pet my dog.
Go ahead, sniff around. Oh my god, that is in the movie. This is a part in Ace Ventura, the first one, where the apartment owner goes up to check on Jim Carrey's room, and he's like jiggling with the keys to warn the animals to go hide, and then he opens the door. He's like, "Go ahead, sniff around."
Sniff around.
It's Dirty Harry. It's Dirty Harry Ventura.
Dirty Ventura. Yeah.
We also got James Mox Trailers here. What's up, dude?
Hi, James. Hi, James.
We need to continue the Tremors series, TV series.
Sweeney.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that today, but I'm like, nah, we got to finish what we started with that dirty Clint Eastwood.
And 4 other movies.
That Dirty Harry Wood. Wait.
It's gone east, not south.
Oh. I thought you said Weast.
Is it the Clitoris? Sorry. Okay.
Well,
so we should probably start watching this movie before we officially ruin my channel.
Should we, punk?
I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah, punk.
All right, so you ready to start on the count of go, or are you still making Dirty Harry references?
I'm okay now.
I should clean off my screen. It's covered in dust. My head. I do declare. Oh my god, I gotta clean up my screen more often.
Yeah.
I haven't really been on my computer because of school and other things. So it's like, all right.
Cool, yeah, right.
I'm ready to click when you're ready.
All right, so you ready to count down on go?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start the movie on the count of go, which is actually a word, not a count. Anyways, 3, 2, 1, go bananas. I tricked you. It wouldn't actually go. It was go bananas.
A kidney company.
Hi, we're Warner Brothers. Our logo looks like this back then.
It was classy. In tribute to the police officers of San Francisco who gave their lives on the line of duty. Haha, I read it all.
You read all of it. Now you have to read all the names that go down.
No! John Coots, John Nicholson. Oh my god, it's crossfading. That's not fair.
Nah. You have to pause every few seconds.
John Malcolm, like Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. Must go
That's
faster.
funny because I saw a Hammond and I thought of the Hammond from Jurassic Park.
Must go faster.
Gotta go fast. You gotta go fast. Well, we're in San Francisco, so it is like Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go faster, faster, faster.
Oh boy. Why do you-
Who's he gonna shoot?
Some hot chick. Why?
Oh, fucking misogynist, Brian. How
But
dare you? How
I'm
dare you?
sticking
find
up for
someone-
her. She's
How dare you
great.
find someone attractive? I like movies that get like
Right to the point.
no, more like I'm gonna try hard to like explain it, but this doesn't feel like they were shooting a movie here. It feels like you're like it just feels like naturally you're in the city.
Yeah, it takes you right into that location.
Yeah, it doesn't feel overly cinematic, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, well, that was 70s for you. Everything was like that.
oh yeah, that's why I like a lot of 70s cinema.
My shoulder, it was right to my heart. She
Like, if
died
this was
rather-
made-
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
right.
damn. I was
Like,
gonna say
if
she
this
died
was-
rather quickly.
Made today, it would have been like every little shot would have been super duper incredibly artistic and overproduced.
Every shot would be a cut,
Yep, exactly that too.
like
And like
taken
that's
two.
not bad that you're putting effort into your movie or anything. It's just like a little product of the time I enjoy in this.
I like how there's still blood in the pool.
Yeah, right. Hashtag attention to detail.
Dirty Harry over Clint Eastwood.
This movie makes me feel like eating hamburgers because it's like the most American movie ever.
No, Death Wish is the most American movie ever.
Okay, I think you're actually right with that. I was gonna say I think it's funny that this takes place in San Francisco because that's like the last place a dirty cop would be allowed to operate.
True, especially back.
Well, nowadays, I mean,
Oh yeah, I was
like,
gonna
back
say back
then-
then. You could
I don't
be
really
empty.
know anything about San Francisco back then, but nowadays, like the political climate,
They like to sniff their own farts.
yeah, essentially,
And
it's
wine
just kind of
glasses.
like, especially a movie like this would get some complaints nowadays with its subject matter.
I'm surprised Death Wish didn't get any complaints. The remake.
Oh yeah, because they went over the whole race talk at that one part. I was like, wow, they actually redid that part.
And then I watched a review on the movie that was actually fair, and they said
Yeah.
this is exactly what America needed right now, and no one went to go see it. Ooh, John Vernon. He was in Killer Clowns from Outer Space. He was in a lot of movies actually. I'm trying to remember what else he was in. John Vernon.
John Vernon.
John Rambo. Vernon.
John, you listen. You gotta come home. You gotta, or John, you have to help these people so you can get out of prison.
I don't want to get out of prison.
I saw that they released some new images from the new Rambo movie.
Good thing I have a smartphone. I want to look at them.
Damn it!
Sorry, Dirty Harry, or my attention's being stolen.
I didn't actually look at them yet.
I'm gonna look at them. So Clint Eastwood's climbing a ladder. Don't worry, I have some images. I know what's going on. I love this shot with the underneath the mango tree, me honey and me, we watch for the moon. Like
What are you talking about?
I said, how like the cinematography, I liked how it just felt very natural, like you're actually in the city. I didn't feel like that they closed off a block to start shooting or anything.
Oh yeah, it's like filmed without permits.
Yeah, but even at the same time, the cinematography here is beautiful. Like when you could see, like walking under the catwalk, walking under the fan earlier, like that. Like this is a very good-looking film.
Yeah, especially for the early 70s. Layla Griffin did the music.
It's a pretty good soundtrack too. But like, there's enough of that '70s dirtiness and grittiness, while it's still kind of a beautiful film. It's a very attractive movie in that regard.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, usually 70s movies didn't pop too much. Nowadays, they're all overly popish.
Like everybody's like, look what I can do with my camera and crew. Look what I can do. And again, that's not really a bad thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like technically it's better. Like you put more effort. But I like really. I keep saying the word dirty. I swear it's not because the movie's called Dirty Harry. But like, I love dirty looking movies every now and then.
Yeah, it's a different take on what they do nowadays.
Exactly. Like, I guess I enjoy movies that aren't usually super self-indulgent with their cinematography, or like they can have very beautiful shots and everything, but I like when they don't dwell on it and like distract from the story to do it.
Oh yeah, and movies like this were ahead of their time, I think, and now that they're movies like they have now, they're kind of forgotten about in terms of like the mainstream
Mm-hmm.
where they should be, but they're not.
Like
What?
Death Wish again, because Death Wish was a very old school movie. When do you think about it?
Yeah, especially because it's kind of sad. Like nowadays, people who were actors in like the '60s and '70s aren't widely as remembered as actors nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But like let's say Chris Pratt dies or something, and 20 years from now, people will still probably remember,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of bull because there's a wider audience than there was back then.
Absolutely.
So, like when Michael Jackson died, people are still talking about it.
Oh yeah.
But if, like, let's say Charles Bronson died, no one's talking about that anymore.
Which really is sad.
Yeah. Or let's see, like even nowadays, let's see who died recently. There was R. Lee Ermey. He was the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, and no one talks about him anymore, even though he recently died like a year or two ago.
That I forgot he died. That made me so sad.
Kyle Sweeney says, "I think they should make an action movie about a guy in a wheelchair and call it Hot Wheels."
Oh my god.
And James Mox Trailers says, "Do you ever get that feeling your job is getting stolen from you?" Well, it depends on which job you're talking about.
Not personally.
Yeah, and also, in terms of like school, no, but in terms of YouTube, I feel like I'm kind of too underrated for the time I've been on there and the effort I've put in. You know?
Yeah, the algorithm's like, I hate Brian. I'm not gonna let his
Yeah.
video show first.
Not even that. Like some people have been posting on some pages like, "Who's your favorite YouTuber?" and I never get on that list.
Mm-hmm.
And they say how many, not just who's your favorite, like what's your list of your favorites.
True dat.
I never see my channel, which is bull. But you know what? Fuck it.
Stupid people. Politics is checking on the slug.
You're gonna play this creeps game.
Right hand twist.
I think we're out of sync again.
I know we're out of sync. I just didn't want to say it.
Let's just watch it the way it is because I don't have the timer on mine anymore.
No, me neither. I don't know why the timer. That's one thing. Corel, fix your software.
I have Power DVD.
Me too. Well, Corel released Power DVD. Like they're the company that made it.
Oh, James says he listens to me.
He called Clint Eastwood's sweetheart.
Thanks, dude. I look at the list and I read like a whole bunch. I never see my channel, but I don't see everybody's because like lists are usually like loaded with people.
Like,
but I'll take a look next time. But I appreciate that.
Boom.
Sorry, I don't even see it all of them most of the time.
No, I miss some of my subscribers so much. It's irritating.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be like that one who's been before everyone, but yet no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar to the actors, you know, like they're old-time actors, no one cares, no one remembers them. And nowadays, new popular actors.
I guess it's kind of a product of its time type of thing, because Clint and Arnold were very popular in their day, kind of like people nowadays.
Yeah, but Arnold's still relevant.
Yeah. It's just kind of like people from our generation didn't grow up with them, so they like.
Yeah, but even old timers are kind of like, oh, Oh, I like Chris Pratt or who else is there? I'm trying to think of someone else besides Chris Pratt, but he's like the main guy I always think of when I'm like thinking of modern culture. I was so annoyed, not because of religion, but because he went to a award ceremony, accepted his reward or whatever. I think that was what
Mhm.
it was, a reward ceremony. And he's like, and remember that God loves you all. And I'm like, that's not the time or place to be spreading that. It's like you can do
Yeah.
that on your own time. Don't try to convince people. That's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like that's why nobody likes Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, why do people have to knock on your door and tell you to be religious? Like, no,
Yeah,
please
yeah, like push it.
stop.
He was like pushing it on a huge auditorium of people, and I bet all of
Right?
them listened.
Yeah. What was the ceremony for again?
I think it was a ceremony or an announcement ceremony for rewards or something. I don't remember exactly what it
Well, it
was.
definitely didn't take place in that adult bookshop because that's the last thing that, or that jumbo hot dog shop because that's the last thing religion would back is expressing sexuality.
Oh please! There's so many religious people who break the words of the Bible, yet they still claim to be harsh Christians.
Yeah, like God will forgive me. I'm not gonna like judge religion too harshly on the internet, but like
Yeah, but like,
it's more certain people rather than the religion itself. You know, like some people are crazy, some people are not crazy.
yeah, I mean, like you and I, we can agree to disagree, and we don't ever get mad at each other. It's not like we're
Other
those
people
kind
will
of.
like put our heads on stakes, like Vlad Tepes or something.
Yeah, like you don't are necessarily against abortion. I am, and we're not
Mm.
mad at each other for that.
Yeah,
But other people will be like, "Your fucking dad gonna kill you." Ah!
I'm not like you feeling lucky, Brian. I got my 6 shooter aimed at you because you don't agree with me.
There should be more people like us, but no.
Nah, you should see my coworkers.
and
One of
then
my
I
coworkers in particular, he's really bad with that crap.
and then I saw a video someone posted. I don't remember who, but
Mhm.
it was like look what you've done to this generation of kids, making them feel like emotions overtake facts.
Oh no, absolutely.
And
Like
so
nobody
then
says that emotions are a bad thing, but like to
you can't.
be,
Yeah,
at
that
least in my
Naya
opinion, I love this scene when he's shit. I'm Clint Eastwood. Um,
when they're that narrow
you
minded.
can't rely on feelings 24/7 or like I feel like a lot of the emotion nowadays from people is artificial.
Mm. And then the whole video of that was people screaming and crying for Trump related or political related reasons,
Oh, and
or
literally, like, do you
or
really
things they
have
didn't
to
get.
cry?
Yeah, or things they didn't get that they wanted.
Yeah. Sorry, the movie was so loud I didn't even hear you for a second. Let me go
I'm
into
at
my
the part where
volume
he's
mixer.
I'm at the part where he's like punk.
I love that. I love how casual he is with all this.
Yeah.
Like he's still eating like well, I'm past like he's still eating the hot dog. Like after he shot like 4 people, he's still chewing on the hot dog. I love that.
Are you at the part where he's saying, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" Or are you before that?
I'm like 2 seconds before it.
I just got past it.
He just walked by the guy in the car.
Well, that's a change. I'm ahead of you this time, and usually you're ahead of me.
Yeah, true dat. He had a little blood in his pants. I like that detail.
I got to know.
Do ya, punk? There he is, the guy in the purple. Halt. I love 70s blood too. I know that's like a weird thing to notice, but like
It's
I
like
love blood effects back then.
I'm not really a big fan of 70s blood. It looks like paint too much.
It does. It's just charming. I know what you're thinking. Do I feel lucky? I love that so much. Poor guy. He just wanted money.
That's what you get.
Hey. I've got to know. Oh my God. Good Lord.
One of the things what was I saying about the blood is like pink, and I was gonna say something else. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
It was back to the political thing, like how people want rich people to give them their money.
Yeah.
It's like you didn't earn it.
Yeah, like I don't disagree with taxing the rich more. Like I don't disagree with that, but like at the same time, I know what you mean. Like I don't want to get too deep into it, but like I know exactly what you mean. Like
I mean, like I think
I forgot the word that a lot of people are using, but like, oh, you owe us for years of torment and crap. Like
James Bond's trailer says he got the 1941 Wolfman at VHS from Goodwill yesterday. That's awesome.
Yeah. I went into a Goodwill. No, I drove by a Goodwill once. I've always wanted to like actually go into one. Because like they have so much cool shit.
I've never actually been to a Goodwill. I've been to Salvation Armies and stuff.
You and I are going to a Goodwill. They have a lot more stuff than Salvation Army.
That's cool. Yeah, but like I think I don't know, maybe everyone should be taxed equally, but like if you're rich, you've earned that money. I mean, if you're taking it from people who should have it instead of you, then like let's say you did a lot more work than them, but you got where you are, and they got where they are. They're better than you.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that too. Like the harder you work, the better you should be compensated for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I can see that.
And the people who don't think that, a lot of them, it comes off as I want more money for not working as hard. Like I don't agree with $15 minimum wage. I think that's like a recipe for disaster.
I think that you shouldn't tax the rich more than they already are. I think you should tax people in the government more because they're getting all this money, say, from drug cartels, and where's that going?
Absolutely.
No one knows. But you're trying to take money from people who have earned it, and then there's people who haven't earned it who just confiscate it, and they're keeping it for what?
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to like percentages and stuff. Like,
let's say someone has let's say someone has $1 billion, and you have, let's say, 1 million. Do they owe you like half of what they have because you're not equal?
Yeah, I suppose. Like, I'm not too knowledgeable in this field.
I'm not either, but like I'm just basing it off of what I've heard in common sense and stuff. Like if you let's put you in the position. What happens if you had $1 billion, which would be nice to start off with, and then someone said, "Oh, we're going to tax you, let's say 20% more than the average citizen because you have $1 billion, not because you did something or you own something that requires more taxes. It's because you just have $1 billion." Not because
I can see that being like discrimination in a way. Like, sure,
yeah,
I do see that in a bit of a way. Yeah,
I mean, if you own a company and they're charging you more on tax, then yes. But if you are just a billionaire who has $1 billion, why charge the tax more on them? It shouldn't be for every billionaire. It should be people who have businesses or owe a debt or something.
Like, that being said, it's not like a higher tax would hurt Jeff Bezos or anything. I think he's going to be well off forever.
I mean, if you have, let's say, $1 billion or more, like 2% increase in tax, that's reasonable. But people are wanting like half their money and shit, and it's like, the fuck. Plus, they get taxed on a lot more things because they have more things.
Yeah,
you know.
Like my jet costs me so much every year.
Yeah, but they're already paying for that, and you want to pay more taxes? What? I don't know.
I'll buy a jet.
And then you'll be in debt for $1 million.
Speaking of $1 million, Clint Eastwood's partner here looks like an evil version of Rowan Atkinson.
Who's does he play the $1 million guy and who guy who wants $1 million in Austin Powers?
Nah, what do you call it?
$6 million.
He played Mr. Bean.
Oh, and what was that? James Bond.
No, Mr. Bean is like a comedic character. He was in a James Bond movie though, but not playing Mr. Bean.
Mm.
Rowan Atkinson's first movie was Never Say Never Again, the James Bond film, not the Justin Bieber film.
I hate to say it, but I think I just won my first debate. I'm trying to, because Sean's been really into it, and I'm trying to be like, oh hey, I'm gonna try to make sense of
like
this.
he won't shut up. Like he won't shut up.
Well, no, I mean, he's diehard into it, and I just kind of want to know what's right and what's wrong, you know?
Yeah. What's wrong is when you're not chewing a hot dog in the middle of a gunfight. God, he's so slimy.
Oh, who, the guy who kind of looks like your classmate?
Why do they call you Dirty Harry? The thing about my Harry is that he's played by Wood and he's dirty.
Oh no, not Woody Harry.
My Wood is dirty and hairy.
Woody Harry.
Yeah.
Dirty Woody. It sounds like a porno version of Toy Story.
Is that a racist term? Ding ding dong dong. I'm outside the church now.
Oh, they're walking outside the church, and he has the rifle, the sniper rifle on them.
Oh yeah, I'm like 30 seconds.
He has the scope trailing them.
Yeah, I'm like 30 seconds away.
See, like you
watch
watch
what I mean
movie,
by like a pretty film. What was that?
Yeah, you watch a movie like this, and everything's gray, but then you get to the park, and now everything's green.
Oh yeah, and it makes sense. Like you're going out into the bright world. It's like, of course, it's going to be bright and colorful. Hey, I itched my leg like that too.
That smile. This movie should be over by like 3:46, based on when we started it.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know who the sniper looks like from our class?
I just said that.
I know. I think we said it in the other
yeah, we did
as well, but
no,
it's just like him. It's so funny. Even the hair. It's like I can't unsee it. I hope they don't arrest him now.
Oh, let's see. We got Missy Joni B films. Does anybody think that Inspector Dirty Harry Calhoun and Detective Lieutenant Frank Bullitt would know each other since they're both San Francisco cops?
Yeah, they should know each other, I suppose.
Who's Frank Bullitt?
The guy who looks like Mr. Bean.
Oh.
Hashtag Mr. Bean.
I like movies like these because you know who the killer is right away, and then they are so close. Then everyone knows who the killer is, but they still can't catch him.
Oh yeah, it keeps the suspense up still.
It reminds me of a movie I saw. It's a terrible movie, but the execution's pretty good. Where I won't spoil what the movie's called, but there's a killer going around. You see who the killer is right away, and he kills these people. Yeah. And then at the very, very end, he comes into the room to kill a character, and you're like, oh, well, we already know who the killer is. But then it turns out that character, the killer, is the character he's about to kill his husband.
Oh.
So you're like, oh, okay, I see.
You're like, ugh.
And then he plays it all cool, like nothing. He wasn't just about to kill her, and you're like, oh.
Like, oh.
It was a terrible movie, but the twist was pretty good. Like the whole time you're thinking, oh, they're spoiling who the killer is, and when the person's going to see her, she's going to be terrified. But then it turns out to be her husband.
Hashtag fight a tear.
Yeah.
The guy's so scary.
I bet someone's going to comment in the comment section, be like, "It's that movie, isn't it?" I'm like, yeah.
I'm not going to look at the comments then. No spoilers for me.
It wasn't Cry Wolf. Someone says it doesn't sound like Cry Wolf. I've actually never seen Cry Wolf. I know Joey's going to kill me for that.
I've seen Sob Wolf.
Sob Wolf. Oh, do you call it Star Wolf?
Sob Wolf.
Oh,
you said Cry Wolf. I said Sob Wolf.
I saw Depressed Wolf. At the end, he killed himself.
The music is so amazingly jazzy.
I know. I was watching a lot of Dario Argento for the reviews I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And his movies are incredible. One of them had like a bass guitar for the soundtrack, and it was like, it was called Deep Red. It's my favorite Giallo Argento film. It was like,
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's all bass, and I love it.
Yes.
Oh, I have Deep Red here somewhere. Come back, Deep Red. Oh, there it is. I got the collector's edition right here. It's like a box.
Ooh, that's an amazing cover.
I know, it's such a great movie. And then there's also Tenebrae, Cat o' Nine Tails, Bird of the Crystal Plumage, Suspiria, which has been remade recently. I watched some of that. I haven't finished it yet, though. Because I was watching it downstairs, and my parents were in the room. My mom was asleep. My dad was on his phone. And there's a line in there where she's like dancing feels like having sex. And she's like, with a man? She's like, no, with an animal. And then a part comes up later where there's horses. And I'm turning this off just in case.
Raffle cop.
But then I looked it up just to make sure, and there's no scene like that. So thank God.
Is it a remake of that Bill Murray movie where he befriends an elephant?
Oh, what was that movie?
I don't remember the name of it, but I was at a friend's house recently, and his mother was watching the trailer for that.
It sounds like Dumbo, but it's not.
No, definitely not Dumbo, but like Bill Murray wins Bill Murray's given an elephant by his dead aunt, and he wants to sell it, so he goes on a cross country trip with it.
Oh, this part's hilarious with the girl in the boobs. But okay, what's up?
Raffle. I want to see Clint Eastwood befriend an elephant.
That'd be so funny. So, what was the film about? Where Bill Murray gets an elephant from his aunt.
Gets an elephant, not an owl.
I know I just said an elephant. It might have sounded like owl though.
Raffle. And then he wants to sell it.
Oh, he wants to sell it?
Mm-hmm.
And then he decides to keep it at the end, I guess?
Yeah, because he makes friends with it. It's like when Shrek keeps Donkey.
As a pet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a movie I saw. I was watching it this morning, actually, because I loved it, and I hadn't seen it in so long. It was called The Food Guide to Love.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like an Irish film. I saw it on TV a while ago.
It's about a food guy.
Yeah, it's about a food critic who he says he compares food to sex a lot. So he's trying to find this perfect woman, like soul match.
But he likes food better.
No, but it's a really cute movie. Is all I'm trying to say. I loved it.
Oh. Reminds me of that. Oh, that's not good. Oh, my chair. I have my chair riding on my headphones.
Oh boy. All right.
Oh.
No, it's not larger than life. James Max trailer. It starts with an N.
It is larger than life. Yeah. The elephant.
I thought you were talking about the movie I was talking about with the plot twist about the husband.
No, this is the plot twist about Bill Murray falling in love with an elephant in the film.
This is Doubtfire's Doubts.
I prefer Mrs. Not Doubting Anything in Life Fire.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Robin Williams. How about Elephant Day instead of Groundhog's Day?
That could work. The film is so dark right now. Like I can't see anything. Okay, now
because you have a light. I have a light trailing on the camera because I have a light for my camera. It's
hey, look, it's Paul Kersey.
This ain't over.
The guy with the mustache inside that house.
Sounds like an old broadcaster. There's a sharktopus up in the area. He's eating all the people.
His name's King Shark.
I once called him Octo Shark and he supped me silly.
Tell her. You peeping, Tom.
Yeah, peeping, Tom, you were way behind me. I'm at the part where the guy wants to jump off the building. We'll be like 10 parts apart by the time the movie's over.
10 movies over?
3 hours later.
His partner, I love the way he talks. Up against the wall right now.
So yeah, I was saying he sounds like an old broadcaster.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it? Not smart talking. Quick talking, something like that.
Quick talking.
He's like he could say things really fast, and he can process things really fast. Kind of like Hawkeye and MASH, but he doesn't talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
One time I saw a person wearing a MASH shirt, And I was like, "Oh, that's a great show." And you're like, "Yeah, it's a great service." I'm like,
No, it's a great service.
okay, can't it be both? I thought that shirt was about the show. Then she turned around and told us it was MASH. I'm like, "Oh, I'm doomed."
Yeah.
Respect the MASH. Respect the MASH unit. Man, we went from like 4 viewers to 1 really fast.
10-4, we're on our way.
Respect the unit, man. Respect it.
Respect.
So I have to do a whole bunch of reviews for summer.
Surviving summer.
No, that I'm doing that too. But I want to do a slasher summer where I'm reviewing all the slasher movies, like Iconic and stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a week of them, or like something like that. It's gonna be all summer.
I see.
I just thought of it like a couple days ago. I'm like, oh boy, it's gonna take a while.
Hashtag good idea.
I'm on Halloween too, and I'm gonna do the Halloween series and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh. I thought it was just Sniper Inspector. Look, it's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, the first one where he then he finds out he actually is suicidal. That was actually a really intense part.
Oh yeah, I love that scene in Lethal Weapon. That was like, "You want to jump, do ya?"
That's fine with me. And they
We
jump
need
off.
to do the Lethal Weapons eventually. I would love that.
I love the Lethal Weapon movies. Even part
We have
4.
to watch the TV show too.
I have the first season.
I don't have any of them.
I think the second season comes out soon. I heard it was actually not that bad, which was surprising.
Oh no, me too. But everyone at my work hates it. They're like, "No one else can play Riggs and Murtaugh. Nobody."
Okay. But
Yeah,
if we got
literally.
Sam Jackson and some other guy to play it, well, that works, I guess.
That works because Samuel L. Jackson is in everything, and I love him.
Yeah. It's like you got Major Payne to play Martin. No, was it Riggs? What were the names? Martin Riggs was the black guy, right? No, that was the white guy. That was Mel Gibson's character.
Yeah, Riggs was
Murtaugh.
Yeah,
Murtaugh. Like they got the guy who played Major Payne to play Murtaugh.
Yeah, buddy. Can't complain.
He also played Blink Man, which is pretty funny.
Lol.
It's their 90s comedy, so they're kind of stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But Major Payne's pretty funny. There's a part where it's a guy. He plays a drill sergeant who was trying to command a group of kid soldiers.
Yeah.
Like at a boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one of them that's deaf. It's so offensive but funny. He's like, oh, let me put my coffee down. He says, "Do you not understand me?" And then the kid comes out from behind the crowd. He's like, "Actually, sir, he can't understand you. He's deaf." And he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh, okay. Now give me 20 push-ups." So then he turns to the deaf kid, and he's like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Handicapped Man. Do you understand sign language?" And he shakes his head up and he shakes his head up and down, and he's like, "Well, if you don't do what I tell you to, I'm going to kick your ass."
Lol.
He's like, "Can you do sign language? Can you read lips?" He just has 2 fingers. He's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass." And then the what was it? Deaf kid goes 303. Because they have trouble talking, so it's funny.
Hilarious. He just punches a guy in the face.
That's how it goes. Dirty cop, dirty
I
hand.
like that. He's like, all those people looking up at us. Puke comes down.
Oh, you're so behind. Holy crap. I was like 2 minutes ago, that part for me.
Yeah.
What else?
Don't worry. Don't pause. Don't pause at all.
No. I'm just trying to think of what Major Payne other parts there was funny. He has this trick where he gets your mind off of the pain. So a guy got hit by a grenade on the beginning of the movie. He's like, I I can't move, and I'm in so much pain. He's like, I got something that'll take care of that pain. And he picks up his hand. Like, this will only hurt for a second. Breaks his finger. He's like, he's like, it works every time.
Oh.
And then he tells a kid a bedtime story, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I have to reenact it. It's so funny. He's like,
Better reenact it.
he's like, this story is about the little engine that could. And then he's like, later on in the story, because he just basically recites the little engine that could story, then he goes a little darker. He's like, but then one day, someone put dynamite, something like he put dynamite on the tracks, and the train blew up. And then the little engine, the conductor is like, Bubba, I can't feel my legs. And then the train's like, Bubba, that's because they ain't there. And the little nubs are going, ah.
Oh my god.
And there's this little kid listening to the story the whole time. It's so funny.
Yeah.
He does it so much better than I ever could. But oh man.
Hashtag so much better.
Miss Some Park asks, is this movie talk? No, this is we're watching Dirty Harry. I don't know what time we're at right now. What time are you at, Matt? Obscure Media. Sorry.
Well, tell me what's happening, because I know you have basically Corel Power DVD, everybody. Sometimes it doesn't tell you your time in the film, so we have to like what's happening.
Oh, I'm at the part where I'm at the part where he's looking through binoculars. No, they're trying to find the sniper, and they're using binoculars while they're on top of the roof.
I'm like about
we're watching
there, I believe.
Yeah, we're
like,
watching Dirty Harry, but we're talking about other stuff at the same time.
Yeah. So yeah, Brian, don't click anything. I'm actually skipping around, and now I see him using binoculars.
All right, how about like maybe
It's at
20 seconds after
37:38. Oh, okay.
that?
I can see 20 seconds. Yeah.
Well, there's another part in Major Pain where, like the finger thing he did earlier, there's a kid who runs away from a teacher, and he bumps into Major Pain, and he's like, I'm scared. They have to give me a shot for the blood drive or something. And he's like, are you okay about that and stuff? And he's like, here, let me see your hand. I got a little trick that make the pain go away. And then before he can break his finger, the teacher comes up and is like, oh hey, it must be Major Pain.
Oh hey, it must be Major Pain.
He's like, God damn it, I broke that little kid's finger.
Mhm.
And then there's the guy who was the grandfather in Christmas Vacation. You know, the guy who talks like, hey, I'm the grandfather from Christmas Vacation.
Hey, I'm grandfather.
So he's in Major Pain for a bit. He plays like the principal. And there's one part where he's like talking about the boys in the unit. And he's like, that they always wear them funny clothes. I can never really see them. It's because they're wearing camouflage.
Oh my god.
He's old and blind. They could be out in plain sight. He's like, they kind of blend in with the bushes.
Blood. Isn't that perfect? Let's bring a rifle to shoot him with, even though we know he's going to be super far away.
I would have brought like a Gatling gun, just have many shots.
Well, I mean, bring a rifle. Yeah, I was going to say rifle without a scope.
Oh
But,
yeah,
like,
a rifle without a scope. That's kind of stupid.
Let's like not bring a sniper to somebody who we have to hit from sniper distance.
But Matt, he's a crack shot. He doesn't need a scope.
It's like, what
Isn't
gun
this
is
the?
that?
I don't know.
It looks like an M1 Garand. It probably isn't, but
This is like I don't know, 20 minutes before we had to cancel it last time.
yeah,
Yeah.
about there. Maybe it would have actually got him if you brought a sniper to a gunfight.
Or a knife. Just went.
Bring a sniper to a Eastwood fight. Blow your
Oh,
hand.
seriously, he brought the machine gun.
He did.
He's aiming for the lights. Remember, like in Die Hard, where like they're shooting at us, but they ain't hitting us. They're aiming for the lights.
Oh, literally.
And the lights go out.
It's like, he murdered people on the street. That's a lot of gore.
And then it's like, looks like they brought themselves an RV. It's a tank.
Lol.
He's just not intimidated by it at all.
Absolutely not intimidated in the slightest. Officer Collins never knew what hit him.
Officer Collins, I'm new. I tell him, okay.
What hit him? He's loose in North Beach somewhere. Loose in
Yeah.
North Beach somewhere.
Here's some Sister Beach.
Lol.
I mean, that's like the only problem I have with 70s movies, like early 70s, is that the blood is like paint.
Yeah.
It's so bright red.
There's some kind of like weird grittiness to it. I can't describe it.
It fits the tone, I guess. Oh, this isn't bright
I
red.
guess so. Because like it's pink almost at parts.
Yeah, it's like the Pink Panther had had gotten shot instead of an actual human.
Yeah. But yeah, we're nearing the part that we had to close out on last time.
Yeah, we were like an hour in or something, and we still had like 30 something.
We were like, hey, our eyes need to close. Bye, everybody. Bye, Clint Eastwood. Bomb Squad got a call this morning.
I was watching Halloween 2 today, the original.
Yeah.
And I used to not really care for that movie too much. Like, I thought it was way more boring than the first.
Mm-hmm.
But then I watched it today, and I'm like, there's some redeeming qualities there.
Lols.
I have more cons with it than I do pros, but like, something about the kills are weird. Like, they're really hard to understand how they got killed. Like, there's a girl who's on a table. She had her blood drained with an IV, but she has like no stab wounds. So how does she just stay still while the blood drained from her?
Yeah, that is weird.
And then a girl got killed with a scalpel going up her back. Like, he stabbed her with a scalpel and then lifted her off the ground like her shoes fell off. And it's like, but how can you pick someone up with a scalpel? You'd slide off like your skin was butter.
Right.
Unless you stabbed her in the spine, but it didn't look like it. It looked like it hit her ass more than it hit her spine.
Yeah.
I got stabbed in the ass. What else was there? There was
But yeah.
there was a hilarious part where a guy got hit in the head with a hammer,
but
it made like this ping sound when it hit.
It's weird. Like, you hit me in the head with a hammer, it goes bing.
It's like, that's not how it would sound. It'd be like, but there's like no flesh ripping sound. It was just ping, ping, like you hit a piece of wood or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or you hit a nail while you're trying to hammer on wood. But what's funny is that Friday the 13th Part 2, which came out the same year, had this very similar kill where a guy got hit in the head with a hammer.
Shit.
And I was like, also, spoilers, but I'm betting everyone here knows this twist in Halloween 2 where Laurie Strode is the sister of Michael Myers. I thought that was.
I thought she was the brother.
Oh, man. I think it's a cool idea, but it's also a really cheap way to have Jamie Lee Curtis to come back. Like, they want her to come back. Well, she has to be relevant to the story somehow, or else he just comes after her for no reason.
Yep, exactly. I thought the new Halloween, I liked that they made her kind of a crazy survivalist.
Yeah, but then I didn't like about the new Halloween is that she was not his sister, so now there's no reason for her to keep on going after her, but he does.
It's unfinished business.
It makes no sense. I get that the daughter ran towards the Michael Myers house.
Mm-hmm.
Ran towards Laurie Strode's house, and that's how he found her. But at the same time, like, what are the odds,
Well,
unfinished Business.
Business. The bee's knees.
Beeswax.
Bees balls.
Bees and hot dogs.
Are you okay? Are you okay? There's a movie called Howling 4.
Is it the fourth Halloween?
No, it's Howling. Like howl.
Oh, like howling. My sister is a friggin' werewolf.
That's number 2.
Ah.
And there's a guy in that movie. She's freaking out, and the guy's like, "Are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?"
Speaking of okay, what part are you looking at?
Where they're in the office going through the purse or bag or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, they're,
me
they're,
too.
they're getting ready for the exchange.
Yeah.
This
I
was
think
actually
like. Sorry, what?
this was actually a pretty intense part.
Oh, it absolutely was. For real.
I mean, them putting the money in the bag, just intense.
Oh yeah, like imagine somebody just being like basically like a mummy being buried underground alive. Well, okay, mummies aren't buried alive, but like
yeah,
I don't know why mummy
not
can.
buried. They're put in a sarcophagus alive.
Oh yeah, what am I thinking?
You're thinking of zombies, but zombies are buried alive.
Yeah.
Or zombies are buried dead and they come back alive.
Lol. I will say,
zombies. What's the difference?
imagine being kidnapped imagine being kidnapped by someone in your class and then buried in a bag under the sand or wherever she is, because we didn't actually see where she was buried.
Yeah,
But
imagine
what's the word?
claustrophobia.
No, I was going to comment on the scene itself. Like, he's there waiting. It's just super quiet. He gets a phone call. Like, where's the girl?
Oh yeah, he plays like Simon Says, kind of like Die Hard 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a scene in The Nun, the new movie, where they establish early on in the film that there's these bells that they had during the war. Well, they're attached to graves, so if they were buried, they thought they were dead and they were buried alive, they would ring the bell.
That's odd.
And so later on in the film, he goes. The guy is captured by a ghost and put underground and put in a coffin, and then the ground it looks like it was never disturbed.
Oh.
And then he rings the bell. I'm like, that is so stupid.
No shit.
And then, of course, when the girl goes to help him because she hears the bell, they all start running. Of course.
Sounds almost as funny as what's his name? How come I forgot his name? I literally just had it in my head.
What was he in?
What was he in? Crap. I actually literally forgot everything I was thinking about. I don't know.
The Nun, the bells, the grave.
What actor are we talking about?
You were trying to talk about an actor.
Was I?
Yeah, I said the bells, the nun, and the grave and stuff.
You did say that. Am I okay right now?
I was gonna say, how much have you been smoking?
I don't know. I think it's because I'm like listening to the phone call too. So like, well, his phone call with the evil dude.
I've heard like
I think it's like I lost my train of thought because I was listening to both.
I've heard like no dialogue in this movie except for "Do you feel lucky, punk?"
Do ya, punk?
Although I feel no, I'll start listening more intently when we get to the part we left off on. I'm trying to recap what I've missed or what I saw already.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're not stupid.
Stupid punk. No, but this part really is terrifying. Like, even the part where they show him her tooth, it's like was ripped out by a pair of pliers. I'm like, oh god.
That reminds me of Saw 6, where Saw 7. I'm sorry, where he has to get into a room, and in order to do that, he has to pull out some teeth. So he takes a pair of pliers and starts yanking on his teeth to pull them out to get to his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's so nasty. It's hard to watch.
I imagine. One of the rules of comedy, like it's kind of on topic, one of the rules of comedy is never show pain happening to the nails, and a lot of things violate that rule. Not that
Yeah.
we're talking about comedies or nails, but when you mentioned hard to watch, it just reminded me of it. Like Captain N, the Game Master, 1980s show. There's a part where Simon Belmont rips off Donkey Kong's toenail, and it's like, ugh.
There's a movie I saw, White Ghost, with William Cat, and his girlfriend is tortured by the I think it was Koreans, and
Yeah.
they take a needle and shove it underneath her nail.
Oh,
It's
ow.
it's an old torture method.
Oh.
I can just imagine it going past the nail, then up the skin.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I would literally like not
Oh.
live anymore.
look, my hand's useless. Never mind. It's no longer
Like,
good.
whoopsie.
No longer any will. Willpower
No
has been
more.
defeated. No more.
No more hand. But
No more hand,
like,
Mr.
this scene
Man.
is super. I really appreciate this whole scene. Like just going throughout town, getting the new phone call. Like, you're really on the edge of your seat. Like, oh, what's next? What's next? What's next? And I think one of my favorite parts in the movie so far is when he answers the phone in the station,
Mhm.
but then it's not that phone. It's actually the phone on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I love that little detail so much.
Miss Sun Park said she has to go, or he has to go. So,
Uh-huh.
see ya, Miss Sun Park. Thanks for stopping in.
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, the force is with you. Yeah.
Yes. Peter Finnegan.
Actually-
Supervision.
The new Child's Play comes out on June 21st, and I'm like, that early already? I didn't even know it was coming out until like recently. 6 more months. Well, actually, 5 more months almost.
Ain't that a weird?
I almost made it. He died. How'd he die? He just died.
I don't know how he died.
People just die sometimes. He just died.
It's because he's a dirty cop who's gonna go eat some prime ribs at that prime rib place that I see in the outside a gas station.
Never mind.
Dirty Harry.
It's time. to
Imagine
die.
how like actually terrifying this whole thing would be.
I would have never been able to do it.
Yeah, right.
I'd be like, one done.
No,
Give
but
me
like
release.
scary and psychologically maddening too. Just like
Oh,
what
yeah.
the-
Oh, the part where I'm in the part where he's in the tunnel. The guy's corner him.
yeah, yeah. Just give us a wallet now.
Oh, you're at that part too.
Yeah. You never
I'm
listen
like-
to me, asshole.
I'm right there too.
Yes.
Yes. And then something comes out of the sewer, snatches the bag, and goes back under. Fuck!
Yes.
No.
Imagine missing the next phone call because then she's gone.
Sure. I would be running faster.
He's tired.
I hate how people do that. You're
Yeah,
like-
right.
You're like, don't answer that. Hello.
What the? My fucking god. That's so bad.
Yeah, imagine if they're lucky he gave him a second chance. That old guy could have gotten that girl killed.
Yeah, right? I hate that. Like, he hears it ring. Why is he trying to answer it?
Well, that's what you do with public payphones. You answer it and see if the person's around that needs the phone call.
I suppose you're right, yeah.
That's how it worked.
Back in the day. Now we have smartphones.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used a payphone once in my life. I still see them sometimes, but it's super rare.
I never see him.
Yeah. I'm going to use one if I find it.
Call cell phone. Like, Hey, just look up this thing on your phone. I'm like, I can't. Why? I'm using a payphone. What's a payphone?
Literally.
It's just a weird name. Like it's so easy. Payphone.
Payphone. I thought it was kind of a weird name too when we said it. I was like, payphone? Payphone?
No, it's actually called phone booth.
Oh yeah.
It's got like two names.
Technically it is.
Well, I mean, there's the phone booth. There's the phone booth, and inside there's the payphone.
Uh-huh. Boys and girls.
And they got the dial phone, which was I've tried to use one of those. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh, you get the hang of it. It is stupid though, because like you do one thing wrong, it's just kind of like start over. But because we never grew up like that, we grew up in the age of instant gratification.
What's this part about?
One second. I will take it there.
I'll kill myself. Do it at home.
When was the last time you were busted? Do it at home.
Oh, we're at the part where at the cross.
Oh God. Oh, what a dirty Harry.
Ding. This looks like something out of Resident Evil. I mean the video games, not the movies.
Resident Evil.
If only you played games, Brian, you would love the Resident Evil games. Like even more than the movies, you would love them.
I heard the second game's trailer looks really cool.
Oh, the second game is the remake that just came out. It is fucking like unbelievable.
Oh, you've played it?
Yeah, I downloaded the demo on my computer and I played it, and I was like, "Wow, Leon Kennedy looks like Timothy Dalton. I love this." I love the vocals in the soundtrack. It's like, "We're not the Lion King or any other movie with Latin singing." Not the Lion King has Latin singing, but
it's more like African singing. Ha! Zimbabwe. I always said that. I was like, at the end of the chorus, they're like, Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe. Assuming that's not what they say.
Yeah. All right. So we're at the part that we missed.
No, I saw this part.
I don't remember seeing it, so I was probably asleep.
At your computer desk. That's happened to me before.
Left hand. Let me see the gun.
We got to the part where where they were at the restaurant or office or whatever after this, and they found out something.
I actually don't remember the part.
Where he works or whatever.
I actually do not remember that.
Have you not seen this movie before, Matt?
No.
You haven't?
Not the whole thing.
What? The kicks, though.
Face the cross. Lean up right against the summit.
Oh no, he's got a red mask. Oh, it is a mask. Looks like Deathstroke.
It's like a ski mask. It is a ski mask. Ah.
I can tell that his lines are complete ADR. The lip sync wasn't perfect.
No.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna let her die.
I changed my mind. Clint Eastwood. My God. Goodbye,
Scream,
Callahan.
though.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm kind of ahead of you. He gets stabbed and he goes.
Oh. Shoot, 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 machine gun, machine gun, machine gun. Yeah, the scream is like, ugh. That was an amazing scream.
Talk about howling.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah. Well, this is rated R.
And not just for the blood.
I know there's boobies too.
Yeah. This movie's for grown-ups.
Grown ups, yeah. My leg!
My leg. Emergency hospital.
I feel like we got like half an hour left.
You would be wrong.
We do have half an hour left.
40 minutes.
Well, I'm tired. Time to go to bed.
No, we have to close the stream early, guys. I can't make it. Raffle.
That's an order, Peter. My name is Harry. Dirty Harry. Don't get it wrong.
Why we screwed everything up?
We screw a lot of things up for the police department.
Yeah.
Now that the Pet Cemetery remake is coming out, I was hoping for a Screen Factory release of Pet Cemetery. No, they're just doing a regular release on Blu-ray. It's like, come on.
Come on.
Come on. What's up?
Come on.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah,
A knife
yeah.
wound in the leg.
My leg.
My leg.
I think it's probably as famous as the Wilhelm scream, except for you can't use my leg in other films. My leg! Whoa! My leg! Whoa!
My leg.
Nah.
He's in terrible pain.
Yeah.
Something for his chest, please. I love how, like, not caring he is. He's like, I'm trying to remember. I know someone's dying.
Oh, come on.
Right.
No, I'm just looking at something real quick.
Oh.
So the trailer for Child's Play drops tomorrow,
Not today.
and it's gonna be during school, probably.
Well, hey, you can watch it still.
No, but I gotta do a reaction. I can't watch it at school and spoil the reaction.
Do a reaction at school.
I wish I could.
I'll force you to.
Okay. Oh, by the way, our teacher, did she say that she was gonna be to school on next Thursday, or was that Thursday? Or was she gonna be there or not? it's
Valentine's Day, she won't be.
Okay. I'm gonna skip school then that day.
Which is the 14th, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna skip
Manufactured holiday.
I'm gonna skip school that day, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's Speaking of the Resident Evil movies, I have 3 or 4 of them right here. And I have the other ones right up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 3 animated movies.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the animated ones. I
Yeah, they're
want to
pretty
see.
good.
I want to see Degeneration.
I have
Yeah.
Degenerate. That's the first one. Then there's Damnation. Then there's Vendetta.
Yep, sounds
have
about
them all.
right.
I
remember-
have them.
Degeneration. They made a game based on that, and I had it on my iPod Touch. I was like, "Hey, I touch stuff and it dies."
I pointed and it shot. And I got him.
Most powerful handgun in the world. Ah, eyeballs! It's a horror movie.
Isn't that Doom? Bam. Big. What was it?
Big fucking gun.
Oh yeah, BFG.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Robo War, where they're like the soldiers are introduced and they're like, you should hear what their nickname is called. Bam. Bam. Big ass motherfuckers.
That's amazing.
It's such a bad movie.
It's
It's
an
a
amazing
ripoff of
movie.
it's a ripoff of the first Predator. It came out in the 80s.
Oh really? But it's a robot.
Yeah, it's a Robo War. It's like it's like a tin can robot they fight.
Literally.
No, imagine
When
if you saw it, you'd laugh.
It's time for me to watch it then.
There's another one called Shocking Dark, which is a ripoff of Aliens and the Terminator.
Alienator.
That's another movie. I don't have the one, but I've heard of it.
Aw.
And big ass motherfuckers. The way they say that, yeah. And then he's like, sort of like getting to, what was it? Sort of like going to Vietnam. No, it's sort of like get to it and go get fucked like in Nam. It's like, what? What does it have to do with their name?
Oh.
Matt? Oh, I thought you cut out for him.
No, I'm not cut out.
You're not cut out for this shit.
I'm too old for this, Harry.
Been too old for this shit.
Better find her.
Yeah, this is the part where we left off on.
Really? I thought it was at the beach.
Nope. Oh, was that before or after this?
Not the beach, I meant the cross. I don't know how I got the words mixed up, but
I'm Sister Beach, yes.
Callahan. The way he's running, he's like, I am stabbed in the leg.
And Callahan's just kind of jogging.
Yeah.
Oh, I can catch up.
Come on, catch him. Catch him.
Jack Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum. When I was younger, I used to call him Ass Ketchup instead of Ash Ketchum. Sometimes I call him that as a joke, like Ass Ketchup.
We'll call him Jack Ash.
Jack Ash. What about Jack Black? Would he have a new name like Jack Black Part
or Jack
2?
White?
Jack Black Part 2. I love how nobody cared about Jack Black for a long time.
What? Are they gonna get him? Oh! Did you see the part?
Not yet.
Did you see the? I won't spoil it then.
Stop! Wait, I turned lights on. Stop! I like how we turn the lights on so Harry can see.
Yeah.
I shot him. Fatso. Go out and get some air.
That's weird.
I know it's gonna.
I have.
Oh, oh.
What they find? I don't know.
Who knows? Man.
Oh man,
What are you looking at?
you.
Oh, I know you're ahead of me, but actually, don't say it.
Yeah.
Hey, I see the Golden Gate Bridge. Sonic went down that once.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh God.
Uh,
That's a thing. Yeah, he wouldn't have told them anyway.
yeah, but he did.
Well, he did tell them, but like earlier on,
Mm.
like before he got stabbed, he wouldn't have told them anyway.
Mm.
I hope that guy bled out and died slowly.
Mm.
I love how scary Clint looks
Yeah.
when he's trying to be threatening. Like when he was staring at him, like, "Where's the girl?"
Where is she?
Callahan. District Attorney Laura Lance.
Wait, they're interviewing him, or not interviewing, going over him.
Yeah. You're too dairy. Dairy. I meant hair. I mean dirty. I said dairy, then I said hairy, then I said dirty. You're too dirty of a cop. I'll be done in a minute.
Oh, they're going over his business stuff.
Yeah. Like you're too dirty of a cop to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's too dirty, isn't he? God. He he told them where the fucking girl is. Isn't that enough evidence? Like, oh, I know where this kidnapped girl is. But that's not evidence that I did it.
That's messed up.
Yeah, right.
And it's still relevant today.
Oh no, it is. I was gonna say I like where the story's going because I wasn't expecting that.
Oh no.
He's gonna stub his toe.
No, I'm at a different part.
I wasn't expecting that of the plot. Like,
Yeah.
my God, the way he's dressed. Oh God, no.
That's what I was saying.
This is like the absolute last person I would ever let near children. But like, oh, he's stalking him. No, for real though. I don't really know any movies that I don't know. It's a different, interesting plot because like I kind of expected it to be like, oh, he's a dirty cop. Let's have some fun action and shooting people and stuff. But they're like actually tackling some topics here. Which, like, again, I wasn't really expecting. I don't know another movie that's really done this. It's almost like it's not really making a statement as much as it is like, well, it is making a statement, but it's also kind of like, I see both sides of it. Like, he didn't conduct his police work the right way, but at the same time, can you blame him given the situation?
Yeah, the time limit.
Yeah. It's almost like, what do you call it? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. You can probably guess why. But it's almost like tackling police brutality, but like from the police's perspective, where like it's easy to get outraged at a situation and be like, "Oh, he didn't have the right to do that." But like, if you actually look at the situation and look at any evidence that happened, like if you know what actually happened, and then see what an officer does and how they react, I mean, it's like taking both sides of a story.
Yeah.
Doity Haoi. He's just like going all over the place. He's like, I'm going here, I'm going to the strip club, I'm going there, I'm going here, I'm going. Oh, he's meeting somebody.
Yeah.
You sure you haven't been tailed? I'm actually getting interested in this. Like,
I know what he's doing. He's trying to make it look like Dirty Harry beat him up.
Oh, make him. I see. Trying to make him look worse.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But then they have no proof against that.
$200 worth. Well, the thing is, there's evidence that he was quote unquote torturing him. So if he makes it look worse, it'll just be worse for Harry when it comes to showing up in court and legality and like, look what he did to me, and I didn't even do this because there's no evidence that I did it. Oh my God. I feel like this is gonna be super hard to watch. Even though I want this guy to get like slowly destroyed.
At first, I thought I was going to give him weapons.
Me too. I was like, oh wait, he's gonna need a sniper. do ya, punk? Getting paid to beat somebody up, I wonder if you actually can get in trouble for that. Because someone is actually telling you to do it. So, like, is it still illegal? The vape pen is worth. Oh my god, he looks like a mangled up hamburger. Oh my god.
Yeah, but look at those knuckles; they ain't bloody.
Nah. Oh, he put gloves on. Before he started punching him, he put gloves on. His stomach like puffed. He looks like a horror movie
Oh,
effect.
he's trying to.
This one's on the house. I think that guy's my favorite character.
With the guy with the white hair.
No, the guy who was paid to beat him up.
Yeah.
Oh my. Oh, I hate this. Frame him. That is the thing that happens in many places. Police do actually frame people. Like they'll plant pot in somebody's car or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it does happen. He's a big cop. There's no proof of that, is there? Yes.
I still can't believe that. That's so scummy.
No crap.
This is neatly shot.
Really is, yeah.
With the bricks and everything.
Absolutely. I'm glad he's okay. Bye, honey. I want to see the villain of this film get literally the most painful death ever.
Yeah.
Beep, beep. I hear city stuff. Don't ever say that. I know we already passed this scene a bit ago, but like that's something I hate is media in general. Like just because you say somebody did something, that's gonna be what they're associated with forever. So like,
Yeah.
Callahan beat me up like this. Now everyone hates him forever. Haha, lucky me.
You're gonna smack him with it.
Are you at the part where he's walking to the liquor store? Oh, what do
Oh,
you
there we
see?
go.
Oh wait, I need to skip ahead a little bit then. You got shot. The actor looks. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I just saw him hit him.
Yeah.
That looks so painful. Like I saw the blood on his head when he hit him. Like he's probably stalking the bus because he's a fucking pedophile.
Or a psychopath. Or it's both.
I can tell they're gonna give him the death he deserves. He is going to suffer. I can tell.
I bet
It's one of those things where like, sorry, what?
I bet it just doesn't fall off the building or something.
Yeah. Like, what do you call it? This is one of those movies where like you know it's fantasy the whole time, but you can't help but get so pissed off at things that are happening.
Yeah.
I get so uncomfortable when this guy's on screen.
Oh man.
Ugh. He says he's the.
What did he say?
He said he's a bus inspector. Oh my god. He's taking them all hostage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no. Ugh.
I can barely hear this movie for some reason. Not because you're talking, but
It is a
because the audio
quiet.
so
It is a quiet.
Yeah.
It's one of those. How come so many old movies are like the dialogue is quiet and hard to hear, but then all the action sound effects are super loud?
Yeah.
Imagine being that bus driver.
She was like literally crying.
Oh my god. That guy makes me so uncomfortable. They chose like the perfect actor for him. Like he looks like such a slime ball. He gives a very good performance.
Mm.
I do like how the movie doesn't really tell you what's right and wrong though. It's just kind of giving perspective and sides to make you think yourself.
Yeah.
Like we all agree that he's being too brutal, but at the same time we don't agree that like, you know what I mean?
Like he has a
That
reason
the guy
for
should
it.
get off scot. Yeah, exactly.
Like he
But we'll
only
think
does
for ourselves. Yeah.
like he only does it for people who deserve it, you know.
Oh yeah.
It makes you think to ourselves, what? Sorry, I cut you
Makes
off.
you think to yourselves like there are probably cases where Harry has been a little too brutal when he shouldn't have been. Like we all agree what he did there was right, but like on the books it isn't right. It's almost like it's spitting in the face of law in a way. It's saying like I guess that's the only statement it's directly telling us is like, well, the law is stupid.
I wonder what's gonna happen here. Like after they find out about the bus or
Who knows? He's probably showing up to court right now because he did some dirty stuff. Like I'm a dirty Harry cop, man.
no, he was going to the mayor's office.
Oh, mayor's office. Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot hear this.
If you go into volume mixer, maybe.
Where's volume mixture?
Um,
There's
you know the volume thing on your computer, like the
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah, you right click it, and then something will appear above it saying volume mixer.
Oh yeah. All right, let's see. Oh,
You can like change the volume of individual programs.
yeah.
This movie is very quiet with its dialogue.
Okay, that's the best I can do.
Yes. That's such a golden phone. And a jet airplane. I'm surprised I didn't discharge Harry or anything after all this.
Sure.
He is so insane. He wants a jet to escape.
That's Vernon Wells.
Yeah.
Man. Are you still there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm quiet, I'm just like listening to the dialogue.
Yeah.
I love how they're asking him to take the money there.
Yeah, even though he already did that, that ended.
And he literally just told them it's time to stop messing around.
Yeah.
Like, let's ask the guy who got himself into trouble and got the San Francisco Police Department to look bad. Let's get him to do it. So he's just gonna go do it himself, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I was wrong earlier when I said the film isn't trying to make a statement. It really is. It's saying how like the law is kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
But through his actions, I don't know. I think it's just because I overthink movies and plots of things all the time. Because I really do. I overthink shit all the time. I think it can be interpreted by the audience. Like it gets some thinking in general. You can think to yourself, like, yeah, police brutality isn't really a good thing. Like the scene after he's been beaten up and he's being interviewed by people, like even though we know that he did that on purpose, that's like a statement on like I said, media in general is like, oh, you make a statement online, then you're kind of, I don't know, it sounds like I'm just going on tangents here, but I think it's a very unique film from a story perspective.
Yeah.
Poor woman.
Sure.
Oh my god. Oh my,
Wait,
oh my god. Did you see the part where he slapped the kid?
yeah, I'm way past that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's so insane. I'll skip ahead a little bit so I can get up with you.
that is so badass.
I don't want to miss anything. Oh, he's just standing there watching the bus. I love that.
Awesome.
Oh my. That's so cool. I hate bus windows.
Mm.
My god, no.
I heard your gasp.
Yeah. He literally just ran that guy off the road for fun at that point. This is like one of the coolest action scenes I've ever seen.
At that point, I would have done anything, just to even hand my badge in just to kill him.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna say he better enjoy a job as a grocery bagger after this. He's gonna be out of ammo, isn't he? Don't you hate when you fall in dirt or sand?
Yeah.
I can feel what Clint's feeling right now. You're at the part where he's just running away by the truck.
Yeah.
Awesome, we're synced up.
Oh no, I'm a little bit past that. Sorry.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Boom. He doesn't even like flinch when the shot misses him. What the hell do you think you're doing? Ah. Ah. I saw him slide down the railing. But like it's made of plank wood, so I imagine him getting a splinter while riding down. Not that I feel bad for him, he's a piece of garbage poop. Oh my god. He called him a creep. Oh my god.
Oh, there's a little boy fishing by the river. No.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. That was amazing.
Oh.
Wasn't that amazing? I know what you just saw.
What, when he went down the railing? No, that was before. I'm way ahead of that.
I know what you're thinking, punk. Ha. Uh. So what did you see so far? Because I
Oh.
everything. What did you just see?
The very last thing that I needed to.
Oh. Well, don't worry about spoilers because I saw everything too.
He just shot him.
In the shoulder.
No, and the through the chest.
Yeah, that literally put a hole right through him.
And the best part is in the river. Just let him float away.
Exactly. He's gonna throw his badge in there, isn't he? Oh. Oh. Even though he did the right thing.
Yeah. I would have tossed it on top of him.
Yeah, right. The soundtrack is so good.
Mm.
the popo. At least this time there's witnesses, so she can say that he was actually doing all that crap.
Yeah. I don't know why he threw his badge away. I mean, like, they probably would have let him have another chance to all the shit he's already done.
Yeah, right. They asked him to deliver the money again.
Yeah.
Like, what?
How are they going to make sequels if he's not a police officer anymore?
He's a vigilante.
Actually, I have no idea. That was I can see why it's considered a classic.
That was really good.
I do hate that little tangent I went on because I was like, "Oh, it's not directly saying a statement. Oh, it is saying a statement. Oh, it isn't. Oh, it is." It was clearly making a statement, but at the same time, it's not throwing it at your face saying, "Think the same way as us. Think the same way as us." It's kind of saying, "Here's what we think. Take it or leave it. Like, agree with us or not." And I actually, it's true. There's a lot of stuff in general about the law that we don't agree with, but there's also stuff about officers in general that we don't agree with. You know, it's almost like maybe that's what the film did for me. I don't know if anyone else thinks that way, but
Holy crap, this was made back in 1971. That was before Death Wish.
yeah,
By like 3 years. And then the next one was 2 years later, then 3 years later, then 7 years later, then 5 years later.
Oh yeah, by the last one, he was like as old as he is now. Not literally, but but I actually liked this better than Death Wish 1.
Yeah, I do too. Like Death Wish 1 is good, but it's just a straight story. This is more to
Yeah. Oh yeah, I enjoy how like he goes on little different crime escapades along the way.
Well, in this movie or throughout the series.
This movie alone. But I
Yeah.
know in the sequel, it takes a very similar approach. I've seen like half of the sequel where like there's one main plot to follow, but along the way he does other policeman stuff.
Oh, so he's a cop again.
I didn't spoil anything.
It's
I'm
not
glad-
funny.
Lol.
I
I love that they gave him such a good death because he was such a horrible, maniacal piece of shit.
Yeah, it could have been a. It could have. I was hoping like maybe something would fall on top of him or something would melt him.
I like that they didn't do an over the top death. They just like blew a hole through him and that's it. I enjoy
Yeah.
that. Like the movie, like there are a few, like when he jumps onto the bus, as amazing as it is, that's like the only over the top actiony thing. Everything else in the movie feels super grounded and super like realistic.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
just like a good story, like a very unique story. I haven't really seen anything like this where like we're rooting for the cop, but at the same time we also disagree with the law. Like he also disagrees with the law too.
Mm.
It's a very interesting take. But very good writing. I thought the script was pretty amazing.
It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, I kind of want to put in Magnum Force now and watch it, even if we don't commentate.
Yeah.
But I don't have time for that because my teeth need to be worked on.
Bloody teeth.
Mm.
Do you feel lucky, teeth? Well,
This makes me even more upset that they were planning a game. Not the NES game. That game's shit. They were planning a PS2 game around 2000 something, and there's some footage of it. It's just a recreation of the scene, the first "Do You Feel Lucky" scene. But like, I would have loved a Dirty Harry game, like a real one, not the stupid, awful NES game, which is horrendously awful and terrible, and no one should play it.
true, and true.
But they got some voice samples in that game, which is pretty interesting.
They have who on it? Who in it?
Clint Eastwood actually has like they recorded his voice clips from the movie itself, and they put them in the 8-bit Nintendo game from the 80s, which is like impressive for the NES hardware to run voice samples. But yeah,
Yeah.
this kind of last thing I'll say. This kind of reminds me of Deadbeat at Dawn in a way, like how Deadbeat at Dawn kind of showed us a kind of there was over the top crap in that movie, like more over the top crap in there than there was here, but it kind of gives us a perspective on a certain world, I guess.
I mean, It's not as violent, but it is still effective.
Oh no. Mm-hmm. Like I could see myself watching this again in the future. Like, pretty
Yeah,
avidly.
I can too. I can see myself watching it and the rest of them, which we're going to anyway. So
I can't wait for Magnum Force.
I saw the first like half hour of Magnum Force and I enjoyed myself. Like I even saw that before we watched this, so I was like, maybe I will like Dirty Harry. The opening of that is actually really brutal. I think the opening scene in that is actually more brutal than the one here where he snipes her. I think it's actually way more brutal. And like when I was watching, I was like, "Whoa, that was something."
yeah. All right. Well, sorry. I'm trying to do 10 things at once here, but I'm trying to.
I can do 11 at once. And it's
I'm
no
trying to
problem.
stay focused. I'm really tired all of a sudden. But we made it through the movie.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have anything else you want to say about Dirty Harry?
Last thing I want to say, we talked about opinions at the beginning of this movie, and I love how we're watching Dirty Harry, and I didn't make the joke, opinions are like assholes, everybody's got one. Which he says in the Deadpool.
There's a line that Christopher George says in The Exterminator where someone asks him, they ask him, what do you think? And he's like, I think you gotta take a shit and it's coming out of your mouth instead of your asshole.
Oh, last thing I want to say. My mom never likes it when any of her children watch brutal or like violent or graphic movies, and one time she bought me this movie.
Mothers.
Mother.
All right, well, I think we're gonna end it here.
One more thing I want to say, JK.
I loved it. I thought it was really good. I want to watch it again and really keep in tune to the movie before I do a review.
We did miss a lot, true, because the dialogue is so freaking quiet in this version.
So, as always, thank you all for watching. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to check out Obscure Media's YouTube page in the description below. My Twitter and Facebook fan pages in the description below. And leave comments and
Clean Baldy.
subscribe.